how to do a Romanian deadlift with a barbell today. So this is primarily a hip hinge movement pattern. Mainly works the hamstrings, but also the glutes. Honestly, will work the entire posterior chain, so the entire back side of the body. But number one is hamstrings, number two is glutes for sure. So let's make sure we're focusing on our hips as we do this one. But you want to start with the bar up by your hips, closer to your hips. You start from the top with an RDL. So you want to walk up, center yourself on the bar. So you're going to grab the bar with an overhand grip just outside your hips. Okay. Grab the bar, bring the shoulders back and down. So retract and depress the shoulder blades. Brace your core, lift up, step out of the wrap. Start with about a hip width stance with the feet. Alright, your toes forward. From here you want to lock your shoulder blades in place. Like if I stick an object between your shoulder blades, and I want you to keep it there the whole time. And then from here I want you to think about pushing your hips behind you. Like you're trying to touch the ball behind you with your butt. Alright, then you'll squeeze your glutes, come back up. As you go down, I want you to feel the stretch in your hamstrings. Once you can't push your hips back any further, then you come back by squeezing your glutes. Alright? You only go, like I said, until you can't push your hips back any further. Feel a good stretch in the hamstrings. It'll probably be just below the kneecaps or maybe about the mid-shin, depending on your mobility. You want you to keep your shoulder blades locked in place. But otherwise your arms hang loose, they're just holding the weight. A lot of times when people start to fatigue, they'll start to shrug their shoulders or bend their elbows at the top to get the weight up. So make sure that the elbows don't bend, don't shrug the shoulders, just keep the shoulders back and down, let the arms hang loose, let all of the power of the movement come from the hips. So the bar should stay touching your thighs the entire way down. Alright? That's how you know you're hinging properly. Go until you're just past the kneecaps or about mid-shin. Wherever you feel like your hamstrings can't stretch anymore, you can't push your hips back any further. That's about where you stop. And then you initiate the movement by thinking about squeezing your glutes. Contracting until you're standing upright again. Alright? The important part is to make sure that you don't just bend over, you keep the shoulders back, you hinge at the hips. So again, the entire way down, the bar should not lose contact with your thighs. You squeeze your glutes to come back up. Alright? It's very common for your grip to give out before your hamstrings are done. So this is one where your grip is usually going to be the limiting factor. If that's the case, you can use chalk, you can use wrist straps, or you can use a mixed grip if you want to do that. So one over, one under. That'll buy you some extra time before your grip gives out. If you do that, extra important that you make sure the arms stay straight. You don't bend the elbows, all right? Especially the hand that you have the underhand grip on, people can tear biceps that way. So you want to engage the tricep, keep the elbows locked out, arms straight the whole way through. And I would suggest also, if you're going to use the mixed grip, to alternate which per set maybe, which hand is over, which is under. That way we kind of keep things even on both sides. All right?